close and whispered something I still don't know. The music was slow and tender. Your hand was on my back. We swayed like nothing mattered, like we weren't about to crack. The dishes in the sink watched as the fridge began to hum. I buried my face in your shoulder, wished you would never become last dance. Spin me around, slow motion goodbye without a sound. You kissed my forehead gently, then walked out the door. And I stood there in the kitchen, not knowing anymore if that dance meant something, or if it was just goodbye. A slow motion way of leaving before you started to cry. I played the song again after, stood alone and swayed, pretending you were still with me, pretending you had stayed. Last dance, I'll play it again. Slow motion goodbye, will it end? I've danced that dance 1,000 times in my kitchen, in my mind. With every step I try to change the ending that I find, but the song ends the same way. The fridge still hums along, and I'm still here without you, dancing to our song. Last dance, keep spinning me around. Slow motion goodbye, the only way I've found to keep you close a little longer, to make the ending wait, to pretend you're still in my arms before it became too late. I'll dance it every evening at the same time, on the same spot. The last dance with you is the only dance I've got. Last dance, spin me around, slow motion goodbye without a sound. The radio plays on forever in the kitchen of my mind. The last dance with you is the only peace I find. Flickers like my heart does every time I take this walk past your door, past your window, past the life we almost had. The candle burns down slowly, like the good times, like the sad. I bought it at that little shop on the corner of your street, the one we went to that first ever, and neither did we. The wax pools at the bottom, like my heart at the sea. Candlelight flickering low, just like my heart. Since you had to go, I'll write another tomorrow, and the next day, and the next. A vigil for the love we lost, a flame that can't accept. Flickering heart, burning low. Candlelight, don't go. I found a box of letters in my mother's attic today, tied with faded ribbon, words I never got to say. To you, to him, to everyone I loved and let go. Handwriting from years ago, when feelings used to show. The paper's yellowed at the edges, the ink is turning brown. I trace the words with shaking hands, let my eyes move up and down. I wrote about the future, about the life we'd build, a better house with garden, about a love fulfilled. Forgotten letters, yellowed and worn, unsent confessions of a heart too torn. I wrote you once in 2019, told you I still care, but I never licked the stamp, never let it leave my chair. Now the ink is fading like the memory of your face, but the words are still there waiting in this dusty, quiet place. I miss you and I'm sorry, I need you and I'm scared. All the things I couldn't say when you were actually there. Maybe I should send them now, years and years too late. Maybe you'd remember us before it turned to hate. Or maybe you just throw them out like you threw out our love. Forgotten letters in the trash like rain from up above. Forgotten letters, maybe I'll burn them trees are almost naked now. October's nearly done. I wear your old gray sweater, even though you're gone. It still smells like your apartment, like coffee and like you. I pull it tight around me, pretend you're coming through. The sleeves are frayed and faded like the edges of my mind. I roll them up and hold myself like you did one time. The neighbors' kids are carving pumpkins, laughing in the yard. I watch them from my window, taking memories hard. Late October, cold against the glass, sweater weather sadness that somehow always lasts. The pumpkin on the doorstep is starting to decay, just like the hope I carried that you might wanna stay. I walk through piles of leaves, kick them up and watch them fall. Remember when we jumped in them, remember when you called. You said I was your autumn girl, the one who made leaves turn. Now I'm just a memory, a page you didn't earn. I pull the sweater tighter as the wind begins to bite. October always leaves me with shadows in the light. Late October, you were still right here. Sweater weather sadness, another lonely year. The leaves will all be gone by November, and I'll still be wearing this, holding on to anything that feels like your kiss. Late October, I'll see you next year. Sweater weather sadness, still waiting for you here. I watch old videos sometimes of us from way back when. Silent movies in my mind, playing over and over again. No sound, just moving pictures of smiles and of light, of a time before the ending, of a time before the night. You're laughing in the kitchen, making funny faces at me. I'm spinning in the living room, happy and carefree. Silent movie playing in my head, us on screen before we were your birthday. You're blowing out the candles. I see us at my sad days. You're holding me so gentle. Silent movie, no sound, no words, just images of love, like migrating birds. I try to read your lips sometimes, wonder what you said. Was it I love you or I'm tired? Was it something that I dread? The film keeps on rolling, no pause, no rewind, just the same scenes over in my troubled mind. Silent movie playing in my head, us on screen. Before we were dead, I should probably stop watching, put the memories away, but the silent movie keeps me company at the end of day. You're the only star in it, the only one I see, a silent film of you and me, of what we used to be. Silent movie, I'll watch you one more time. Us on screen when you were still mine. The projector hums and flickers, the images fade to white. I close my eyes and try to sleep. Another silent night. Silent movie, good night, us on screen, fading out of sight. The old swing set in my backyard from when I was a kid has rusted chains and weathered seats from everything it hit. I sat there yesterday at dusk, pushed myself to swing. Remembered you were with me once, a long forgotten spring. We were just kids then, didn't know about love. Just two children swinging, looking up above. Rusted swing, creak and moan. Childhood home, where I'm always alone. You pushed me once and I flew high, said don't let go, don't stop. You laughed and said I'd never let you fall or drop. But you did, you let me fall right onto the ground. And now the swing sits empty with no one else around. I palm my legs and go up high like I did back then. But the chains are weak, the seat is cracked, I don't feel safe again. Rusted swing, swing on without me. Childhood home, yard was once a kingdom of imagination and play. Now it's just a memory of a brighter, easier day. Rusted swing, you carried all our way. Childhood dreams and that old heartbreak. I hop off and walk away, kick the dirt and leave. The swing creaks in the wind like it has something to believe. Maybe I'll come back tomorrow. Maybe I'll swing again. Maybe I'll find the kid I was before the heartache began. Rusted swing, I'll visit you again. Childhood home, where the hurt began and then. I bought a postcard in a gift shop on vacation by the sea. Thought about sending it to you, but you never wrote to me. So it sits upon my dresser, blank and white and clean, a symbol of the words I hold, of everything between. The picture on the front is of the ocean at sunset. I stood right there and thought of you and everything I never said. Postcard, never stamped or sent, just another message that was never meant. I wrote a message in my head, wish you were here with me, but the words felt wrong and heavy, like an anchor in the sea. So I left it blank and silent, like the space between our calls. A postcard without a message, like a love that had to fall. I held it over the garbage, then pulled my hand away. Some things are too hard to toss, some things are too hard to say. Postcard sitting on the shelf, The saddest message that was never meant. I found your old record collection in a box marked keep or sell. I put one on the turntable, let the music cast its spell. A needle hit the vinyl and the static filled the room, just like the static in my head since you left too soon. You used to spin these records on Sunday afternoons, dance around the living room, humming out of tune. Old records spin around and around, static memories of the only love I found. I remember buying this one at a flea market in town. You held it like it was gold, turned the cover upside down, said this band sounds just like us, a little broken, a little sweet. I didn't understand back then, now it feels complete. The music crackles and pops like fires we used to make. I close my eyes and you're here, for goodness sake. To dance with me in this very room at night. Now I dance alone here with the dim and fading light. Old record, I play on repeat. Static memories, bitter and sweet. The song ends and the needle lifts, automatic, mechanical, just like the way you left me, so predictable, so clinical. I lift the arm and start again, let the music play, hoping this time you'll appear, hoping you will stay. Old record, I'll play one more time, static memories of when you were mine. The static fills the room again like ghosts upon the air. I close my eyes and dance alone, pretend that you are there. Old records spin into the night, static memories, my only the porch step creaks the same way it did that night in fall, when you sat down beside me and ended it all. I still sit here every evening, watch the sun go down, run my hand along the wood where you sat without a sound. The pain is peeling now, like the hope I used to hold. Weather-worn and faded, like a story left untold. Porch step, you held the weight of us where you said goodbye, turned our love to dust. I remember how you fidgeted with the keys inside your hand, looking anywhere but at me, trying to make me understand. You said it's not you, it's me, the oldest line in the book. I wanted to be angry, but I just sat there and shook. Sometimes I think I hear you, your footsteps on the stair, but it's just the wind, just the house, just the echoes of despair. I've worn a groove into this wood from sitting here so long, waiting for a different ending, waiting to be strong. Poor step, I'll sit here till I'm old, where you say goodbye and let the nights grow cold. Neighbors must think I'm crazy, sitting out here in the dark, but this porch step holds the last piece of my breaking heart. One day I'll get up and leave, never sit here again, but today I'll let the sun set and the night begin. Porch step, where you say goodbye, I'll sit here till the morning and learn to not ask why. I have a million whispers locked inside my chest, words I never said to you when we were at our best. I love yous and I need yous, I'm sorry's and I'll stay all caught up inside my throat that never learned to say. They sit there like a chorus, waiting for their cue, a symphony of silence composed by me and you. Whisper quiet as a prayer, words I never said, floating in the air. I should have told you every day how much you meant to me, but I held it in, held it close, like a ship afraid of sea. I thought there'd be more time, thought you'd always be around, thought love was like the weather that always came back round. Now you're gone and all the words rattle in my head, a million whispers with nowhere to go. Everything I left unsaid. I've practiced them at midnight when no one else can hear. I love you, I love you, I love you, whispered into fear. Whisper, can you hear me now? Words I never said somehow still loud. Maybe in another life I'll speak them loud and clear. Maybe in another life you'll actually stay here. But in this life if they're whispers trapped inside my chest? A million words of love that never stood the test, so I'll keep them to myself. These whispers in the dark, the only words I left of you in my heart. Whisper, quiet and low, words I never said, I'll never let them go. The street light outside my window flickers on and off, just like my heart since you've been gone, beating soft and lost. It's 3 a.m. and I'm awake like every night this week, watching shadows on the ceiling, listening my heart speak. It says your name in rhythm with the flickering of the light, a pulse that won't stop beating even in the night. Street light glow, keep me company. 3 a.m. alone is the only time I'm free. The cars pass by occasionally, headed somewhere warm, while I'm stuck here in this room, hoping for a storm. Something to shake the stillness, something to make me feel other than this numbness, other than this unreal. I count the flickers one by one, like sheep across the sky. 23, 24, I don't know the reason why. Streetlight glow flicker through the night. 3 a.m. alone, holding on so tight. I think about calling you just to hear your voice, but it's 3 a.m. and you're not mine. I don't have that choice, so I watch the streetlight flicker and listen to the hum, the only conversation when the night has come. Maybe you're awake too, in some other part of town, watching your own streetlight, letting your tears fall down. Streetlight glow, keep us both awake. 3 a.m. alone for both our sakes. The sky will lighten soon, the streetlight will turn off. I'll close my eyes and try to sleep. Another night I've lost, but tomorrow night I'll be here at 3 a.m. again, watching the streetlight flicker, wondering where you've been. father's old watch stopped working years ago, but I keep it in my pocket everywhere I go. The hands are stuck at 4:17 the moment you walked out. Time stopped for me right then, filled with endless doubt. I remember looking at it when you said those words, watching the seconds tick away like flying birds. Broken watch, didn't talk no more. Time stopped when you walked out the door. I wind it every morning, hoping it will start, like hoping you'll come back to me and fix my broken heart. But little gears won't turn, the spring won't blind, just like my mind won't stop racing with time. I took it to a repair shop. The man said it's too old. Sometimes things just can't be fixed. That's just how life unfolds. Broken watch, I carried you away. Time stopped on that October day, but watches break and people leave, and time just marches on. Except for me, except for you, where everything went wrong. I keep it in my pocket still, a weight against my thigh, a reminder that some things are just too broke to try. Maybe that's the lesson, that some things can't be fixed, that love can stop forever, like a watch that's been bewitched. Broken watch, I'll carry you always. Time stopped in those golden days. I'll put you on my nightstand where I can see your face, a monument to the moment time lost its place. Broken watch, tick-tock no more. Time stopped and I'm still sore. So I'm still sore. I found dried flowers in a book you gave me back in June, pressed between the pages of a forgotten afternoon. They crumbled when I touched them, turned to dust upon my hand. Like everything we built together, like castles in the sand. The book was on a shelf I hadn't touched in years. Opened it to find a piece of all my hidden tears. Dried flowers, once so full and bright, pressed between think. Or maybe they were roses. The memory fades like petals do when life exposes dry flowers. I pressed you carefully, tried to keep you alive, tried to keep you with me. Now you're dust upon my fingers, and on the page I see a stain where once you rested, a shadow left of me. I should throw you out, let the wind take you away, but I can't let go of anything from that forgotten day. Dried flowers, I'll press you once again. Between new pages now, where the hurt won't be so thin, but you'll still crumble in the end. You'll still turn to dust like everything I try to keep, like every love and trust. Dried flowers pressed between pages, hold me together through all the ages. I still set the table for two every single night. Your chair sits empty across from me in the dim and fading light. I talk to you like you're there, tell you about my day. Pretend you answer back sometimes, pretend you wanna stay. The plate is clean, the glass is full, the napkin folded neat. I serve the food and close my eyes and imagine that we eat. Empty chair, staring back at me. Dinner for one is all I'll ever be. I make your favorite meal sometimes, lasagna just for spite, then throw it in the garbage at the end of the night. Because eating alone at a table for two is a special kind of hell. Knowing the other chair is empty, knowing you're not well. I said it anyway, habit, or maybe just for show. A symbol to the universe I don't wanna let go. Empty chair, I keep you there. Dinner for one is my only affair. Sometimes I move the chair closer to feel you near. Sometimes I move it farther to hide the atmosphere. The neighbors must think I'm crazy, eating alone with two plates. But they don't know the ritual, they don't know the weight. Empty chair, I'll set you tonight. Dinner for one in the fading light. Maybe one day I'll set just one plate and eat alone for real. Maybe one day I'll finally accept what I can't help but feel. But not tonight, not this dinner. Tonight you're still here, in the empty chair across from me, in the atmosphere. Empty chair, dinner for one. miss me under the sun. November came in quietly, with fog and muted light, hiding all the landmarks, erasing them from sight. I drove down to your neighborhood, but the fog was thick and gray. Couldn't see a window, couldn't see my way. The streets I knew so well became a mystery. Every turn a guess, every light a plea. November fog cover everything. Can't see you anymore, can't feel anything. I parked outside your building like I used to do, but the fog was so damn heavy, I couldn't even see you. I sat there for an hour, watching white erase the world, wishing I could disappear like our love unfurled. The foghorn from the harbor blew its lonely sound. I sat and listened, sat and waited for you to come around. November fog wrapped me in your gray. Can't see you anymore, at least not today. Maybe that's a blessing, maybe that's a sign that some things are meant to vanish, like your love, like mine. I started up the engine, cold away from there, drove home through the fog, through the heavy air. November fog followed me all the way. Can't see you anymore, but I feel you every day. The sun won't shine till December, the fog won't lift till then. I'll wander through the gray and wonder where you've been. Maybe when the fog clears, I'll finally see the truth, that you were never meant to stay, that I lost you